Here's a question. Could you actually get a criminal record in one of these countries just for watching television without paying for it? The answer is yes, and it's only one of 30 differences between the US and UK that are about to make you look at both countries completely differently. Same language, similar-looking cities, centuries of shared history, and yet the United States and the United Kingdom disagree on almost everything else. From the words you use, to the wages you're paid, to the number you dial in an emergency, here are 30 real, fully verified differences that will genuinely shock you. Let's start with the language you think you already understand. Fact number 1. Chips isn't what you think it is. Order chips in London and you'll get what Americans call fries. Ask for chips in New York and you'll get what the British call crisps. The exact same word points to two completely different snacks. And nobody warns you until the food arrives looking nothing like you expected. Fact number 2. A biscuit isn't a cookie, sometimes. In Britain, a biscuit is a sweet, crunchy treat you dunk in tea, essentially a cookie. In America, a biscuit is a soft, savory bread roll, often smothered in gravy. Same word, same language, completely different food. Ask for a biscuit in the wrong country and breakfast takes an unexpected turn. Fact number 3. The ground floor isn't the first floor. Walk into a British building and the ground level is called, logically, the ground floor. The floor above it is the first floor. In America, the ground level itself is the first floor. That single difference has confused generations of hotel guests searching for a room that technically doesn't exist where they think it does.
Fact number 4. Public school means the opposite thing. In the US, a public school is free, government-run, and open to everyone. In the UK, a public school is the exact opposite, an elite, fee-paying private school historically for the wealthy. Two countries, the same two words, and completely reversed meanings that trip up almost every visitor. Fact number 5. Pants can get you some strange looks. Compliment someone's pants in America, and you're talking about trousers. Say the same thing in Britain, and you've just complimented their underwear. It's one of the most reliable ways to cause an awkward pause at a dinner party on either side of the Atlantic. A single word, two very different wardrobes. Fact number 6. Soccer isn't even an American word. Americans get blamed for inventing soccer, but the word is actually British. Oxford students in the 1880s loved adding to slang, rugger for rugby, soccer for association football. The British simply stopped using their own word decades later, leaving Americans holding a term England invented and later disowned. Now, for the everyday infrastructure nobody thinks to question. Fact number 7. Left, right, and everything in between. Step off a plane in London and the first shock isn't the accent. It's the traffic. Britain drives on the left, one of only around 70 countries that do. Cross back to America and everything flips to the right. It's the same rules of the road, running in mirror image. Fact number 8. British kettles really do boil faster. This one's true. British kettles boil water roughly twice as fast as American ones. UK homes run on 230 volts, letting kettles pull nearly 3,000 watts. US homes run on 120 volts, capping most kettles around 1,500 watts. Same cup of tea, almost double the weight, just because of the wiring in the walls. Fact number 9. The price tag is lying to you. In the US, that price on the shelf isn't what you'll pay. Sales tax gets added at the register, and it's different in nearly every state. In the UK, the price you see already includes VAT. Same shopping trip, two completely different relationships between the sticker and your actual bill. Fact number 10. Even the paper is a different size. Print a document in the US and it comes out on letter-size paper, 8.5 by 11 inches. Print the same document in the UK, and it's A4, narrower and longer. It's such a basic mismatch that American printer paper genuinely doesn't fit properly in a lot of British printer trays. Fact number 11. The date on your calendar isn't universal. Write 4/7 in America and you mean April the 7th. Write 4/7 in Britain and you mean the 4th of July. The exact same 4 characters point to 2 different days, months apart. A tiny formatting difference that has caused real confusion in shipping, banking, and even legal paperwork. Fact number 12. You can be prosecuted for not paying to watch TV. In the UK, watching live television or BBC iPlayer without a TV license, currently £180 a year, is a criminal offense. Officers do investigate unlicensed addresses, and tens of thousands of people are convicted every year. In America, there's no equivalent charge for simply owning a television. Here's where the differences stop being quirky and start being serious. Fact number 13, 3 years apart on the same drink. An 18-year-old in Britain can legally walk into a pub and order a pint. The same 18-year-old in America has to wait 3 more years, until 21, for that same legal right. It's one of the widest legal drinking age gaps between any two English-speaking countries. Fact number 14, 52 weeks versus 0 guaranteed. New parents in the UK are entitled to up to 52 weeks of maternity leave, with 39 of those weeks paid. In the US, federal law guarantees exactly 0 weeks of paid leave, only 12 weeks unpaid, and only for employees at larger companies. It's one of the starkest gaps in the developed world. Fact number 15, a wage frozen since 1991. The federal tipped minimum wage in America has been stuck at $2.13 an hour since 1991. Employers only have to make up the rest if tips fall short. In Britain, there's no such thing as a lower minimum wage for tipped workers. Everyone gets the same legal floor. Fact number 16, behind bars at 4 times the rate. The United States locks up people at roughly 4 times the rate of England and Wales, one of the highest incarceration rates of any country on earth. It's a gap so large that some individual American states imprison people at rates that would rank among the highest nationally in Britain. Fact number 17, one flat fee, no matter what's inside. In England, a prescription costs a flat £9.90, whether it's a simple course of antibiotics or a specialist cancer drug worth thousands. Cross into Scotland, Wales, or Northern Ireland, and prescriptions are entirely free. It's a pricing system with almost no equivalent anywhere in the American healthcare system. Fact number 18, 2 very different answers to the same question. After the 1996 Dunblane school shooting, Britain effectively banned private handgun ownership within a year. In the United States, the right to bear arms is written directly into the Constitution's Second Amendment. 2 countries with a shared legal history ended up with 2 of the most opposite gun laws on the planet. This is where things get genuinely strange. Fact number 19, a chocolate egg that's illegal in America. Kinder Surprise eggs are sold across the UK without a second thought. In the US, they've been banned since a 1938 law prohibited embedding a non-food object inside food, and bringing one across the border can carry a fine of up to $2,500 per egg. Fact number 20, same brand, completely different chocolate. Buy a Cadbury Dairy Milk bar in Britain, and milk is the very first ingredient listed. Buy one in America, and it's made entirely differently under license with a different fat blend and sugar as the leading ingredient. Same wrapper, same name, genuinely different chocolate underneath. Fact number 21, tuition capped by law with no U.S. equivalent. English universities are legally barred from charging home students more than £9,790 a year, a hard cap set by the government. In the United States, there's no federal ceiling at all. Tuition is set independently by every single college, with enormous variation from one to the next. Fact number 22, a Christmas tradition America skipped entirely. Sit down for Christmas dinner in Britain and someone will hand you a cardboard tube to pull apart with a bang, revealing a paper crown, a bad joke, and a tiny trinket. It's called a Christmas cracker. It's been a table staple since the Victorian era, and it barely exists in America at all. Fact number 23, 2 holidays, 0 overlap. Thanksgiving, one of America's biggest holidays, doesn't exist on the British calendar at all. Boxing Day, the day after Christmas when Britain empties its wallet into the sales, doesn't exist on the American one either. 2 countries that share a language somehow ended up with almost entirely separate holiday calendars. Fact number 24, milk still arrives on the doorstep. In parts of Britain, a milkman still delivers fresh milk in glass bottles to the doorstep before sunrise, a service that survived more than a century. In most of America, home milk delivery quietly disappeared decades ago, replaced entirely by the supermarket dairy aisle. Let's finish with the systems running quietly underneath everything else. Fact number 25. An elected president and an inherited crown. The United States elects its head of state every 4 years. Britain's head of state inherits the role at birth, with no election involved at all. One country builds its highest office around a vote. The other builds it around a bloodline. Fact number 26. A holiday that only makes sense on one side. July 4th, Independence Day, marks the moment America formally broke away from British rule in 1776. It's one of the biggest holidays on the US calendar, and, understandably, doesn't appear on Britain's calendar at all. One country's proudest anniversary is the other country's ordinary Tuesday. Fact number 27, half metric, half not, and legally confusing. Britain officially went metric decades ago, yet road signs still measure distance in miles, and draft beer is still legally sold by the pint. It's a strange, government-sanctioned mix of two measurement systems in daily use at once. Something neither fully metric Europe nor fully imperial America can quite make sense of. Fact number 28. A postcode that narrows you down to a handful of houses. A single UK postcode can pinpoint a location down to a group of just a few houses. An American zip code covers a far wider area, sometimes tens of thousands of addresses. Britain's postal system is precise enough that some delivery drivers barely need a house number at all. Fact number 29. 2 numbers. 1 emergency. Dial 911 in the United States for an emergency, and help is on the way. Dial the exact same 3 digits in Britain, and nothing happens. The number there is 999, introduced in 1937 as the world's first emergency call service, decades before America adopted its own 3-digit system. Fact number 30. 1 ID number. 0 cross-border recognition. Every American carries a social security number. Every UK resident carries a national insurance number. Both track earnings, taxes, and benefits for life, and neither country recognizes the other's number at all. Anyone who moves across the Atlantic effectively starts their entire financial identity over from scratch. So, out of all 30, which difference actually shocked you the most? Was it the drinking age, the chocolate, or the fact that watching TV without paying for it can land you in court? Tell me in the comments which one you didn't believe until just now.